Hi. I just came back from an Easter party, and I just wanted to say a few things. I hate this. Now, I'm not talking about chocolate. I love chocolate. There isn't any candy out there that can beat chocolate. Doesn't really matter what type it is. Feastables, Hershey's, anything out there. I like chocolate. It's the bunny. It's the eggs. It's all that. I celebrate Easter because, well, it's a holiday about Jesus rising from the dead. There ain't no Easter bunny in the resurrection story. None. There ain't no Easter bunny. There's nothing cute about Jesus' death or the resurrection. It's not playful and colorful and chocolatey. There's not flowers everywhere and eggs. It's about Jesus' resurrection. A man died and came back 3 days later. That is so unbelievable. So, like, supernatural. It's a supernatural event that is like no other. People don't just come back alive. It doesn't happen, never has happened, and never will happen again. Happened twice in history. When Jesus healed Lazarus and when Jesus came back alive. And we have decided to distract ourselves with bunnies. With nice little egg hunts. And instead of focusing on the real thing, that's remembering Jesus. First of all, take this into consideration. Imagine, sorry, I really like chocolate, but imagine somebody sacrifices their life for you. That's huge. Like, that doesn't happen often. And someone gives their life up for you, and I don't know really what I'm trying to say. So we're taking the importance away from what really happened back then. 2,000 years ago, almost. It's God sent his one and only son to die for us. I know for a fact that if it were my dad, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. My dad would never put me in harm's way on purpose, ever. Never. Even if it meant to save, like, tons of other people, I don't think he would. But God loved his own son so much that he sent him down to the earth to live a full life out, or at least a full life back then, and then to get slaughtered so that we could have the chance to go to heaven. Could you imagine that? I mean, us? Every day we make horrible mistakes and we do horrible things. And God was like, you know what? I love you so much that I'm gonna send my own son down to die for you. And a lot of us aren't really even that thankful or don't show it. And then what we decide to do is change this supernatural day of remembrance into one about a bunny. How does a bunny at all relate to the death and resurrection of God, Jesus? How does that relate? It doesn't. I had fun at the party. I'm not complaining about the party. We had a Easter egg hunt, which I didn't participate in, obviously. And I was given some chocolates, which I was actually glad. I got the chocolate bunny, and I was like, okay, I'm going to make a video about this. So I am. I also got a Starbucks gift card. So, yeah, that's cool. But that's not what today's about. It's not at all. And that's what makes me kind of mad. I hear my pastor walking in church talking about Easter Bunny, and where's the part of the day where you're remembering God? Are you sitting down with your kids? Are you sitting down by yourself and just thinking about what God did? I mean, you're the pastor, you probably are. But not once did you talk about what you and your kids or you and your family were going to do that day to remember God. What you did instead is told us all about the Easter egg bunnies. Wait. All about the Easter eggs and the bunnies and everything like that. And all the cutesy little things that kids like to do. But what about the part about God? Yeah, you talked about him during the service, but is that it? It's Easter. No blame on him. I'm not trying to target him. I'm just trying to give an example. And this is just a little rant about Easter, because Easter is such an important day. This is such an important time of the year. And we just brush over it. We take it for granted. We take what God did, what Jesus did, for granted. We talk about bunnies. Probably nobody's going to watch this anyways, but I still want to talk about it. This will probably go on the podcast. But just want to tell you guys, if any of you guys are going to watch through the whole video or maybe even skip to the end, is that content will be returning soon. I'm going to be doing a lot of content around the time of April 15th. So that'll be fun. Maybe. But like I may be doing content. There's other stuff that might be going on with like a whole phone thing, but probably not going to happen. But again, today's Easter. In fact, you don't need to only think about God and Jesus' resurrection and only remember about it today. You should remember it every single Sunday, every single day. There's a lot of people who go to church 2 times a year. Christmas and Easter. Don't be that person. What's God going to say? You didn't have enough time for me, so you went 2 times a year? You have enough time for him. Anyways, I'm sorry. I love chocolate. Anyways, I'll be back with another rant or topic at some point, but also more gaming content too. Bye.